The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from Indianapolis. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. They had a great read there from his free safety position. And Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On first down, Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Nine yards to go. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
On the crossing route, that's complete to Clark. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Dallas Clark, 46 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Just how they wanted to start this one, in the end zone on their first possession.
And that just happened. How about that play right there? As you said, opening possession, setting the tone for everything. Now I'm going to look forward a little bit now because everyone should be celebrating his catch in the end zone. The tight end gets a little bit of love. If you're a receiver on the team, you should be thinking to yourself, boy, oh boy, things are going to open up the rest of the game if they have to focus on him as well. So conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They run with Ajayi. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now a direct snap back to Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a second down.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
20. Back it two.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Mexico City football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Ooh.
They run again with Ajayi. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And all the way in for the touchdown. Ajayi, 40 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Offense still needing 10 yards, second down. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing now is Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there, coming out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chain. Rodgers now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll come out in the pistol. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Backing up. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away.
And Rogers is going to go down. He's sacked. Fletcher Cox in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll go for it. It's Rogers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 18 yards on that one. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. Rogers now on 1st down. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Oh, and the defender took some liberties there with a late hit, roughing the passer.
The league has done a great job of defining what is a late hit. An illegal contact on a quarterback, the defenders really have to get in line.
In the red zone this time. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Throwing on 1st down is Rogers. And that's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They come out here in the eye. Back to the air on 2nd. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down. Back at the 16 now after the sack. Here's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and long, it's Rogers. This is caught. Clark. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Rogers going to go on 4th down. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. And here now the offense heading back out there. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
In his own end zone, it's Brady. Got an open man, it's a noon one. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Back near his goal line, here's Brady. He's going to air one out. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Colt Bob Sanders. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Open man left side is the tight end Clark. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing now is Rodgers. His throw caught at about the 5. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I. And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the 3rd quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Brady to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And they pick up a 1st down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Here's Ajayi. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. And they're going to speed things up here. To throw is Brady. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. Anunwa's got it, complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Brady throwing on second down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass and completing it.
This is Ajayi, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
But frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Here's Brady to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Zach Ertz from 8 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. Now Crosby for the point after. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out when they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Back now here on EA Sports. Brady will sneak it, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Tom Brady, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Brady's going to look to throw, and he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part catching the football, right? Whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And he returns it into enemy territory.